Hey everybody, welcome back to another build review, the series where I review your builds, give you advice, and all that sort of thing. And this build I'm going to be looking at today was built by Super. I'm going to link to some socials down below so you can check them out further. But let's just go ahead and get straight into this. So, as you can see, this build is really mostly structure. I'm not that much of a structure builder, but I'm going to do my best to review this. And whoops, I fell off the bridge. Let me go ahead and turn around. Oh, there we go. So, as you can see, yeah, it's like a little city on a hill. It's really well done. Um, Before I get too far into the review, though, I have to say I was a bit disappointed that the back was incomplete, but I kind of understand the struggle there and not wanting to do the back because a lot of times I do this too, where I do a build just for the sake of the render and the finish, picture, just something to share and stuff. So I understand if you don't do the back, that's perfectly fine. It's nothing against the build. I just thought it was funny that I flew around back there and there was a giant hole. I'm like, oh, was not expecting that. But anyway, we have, I forget what the name of it's called, but we have this lovely town here on the side of the thing. Like I said before, I think this build was really just made for the scenic look of the town, which is great. It looks fine. But something I did notice, the first thing, was I thought it was funny that every single house had smoke. Every single one. Like maybe I missed, maybe there is one that doesn't, but I felt like it was almost like the houses, it's okay that they look the same because they have to keep a consistent style throughout this town, whatever it is. But I just thought it was kind of distracting to have the smoke on every single house. Like I don't think every single house would have a fire burning. That was just the first thing I noticed. Like I said, I'm not an expert at the structure part. As far as the design of the houses go, I think they look fine. I like the color usage. Also, I know that this was built in 1.12, so there are limited blocks in that version. So I think with the block choices you had available, I think this is fine. You could have even added some extra texture to the roof if you wanted to, using different colored blocks to add a grading effect would have looked really nice. Actually, that could have been for any of these, really. If they had like multiple green blocks mixed in there versus just the one color, just add more gradients everywhere, I think would look really, really nice. Because everything looks so the same, it starts to look really flat, especially the roofs, because they're all just a single flat color. If you were to add gradients on the lower parts, like darker blocks down there and have it fade to light, it would add a little bit of dimension to the build. The terrain, again, I'm not huge expert on terrain, but it looks really nice. I honestly don't know what you use to make it. It could be voxel sniper, it could be go brush, it could be a combination, but it looks good to me. I'm not that much of an expert at that. But something else I did notice was you have all these trees down here, which look great, by the way. These custom trees down here look fantastic, but I was kind of curious why they're only on the bottom of the mountain and why there's none on the top. I don't know if they had a reason for this, but I feel like it would look a little more natural to have everything spread out versus layered. I would say this build looks very layered. You've got your layer of trees along the bottom, but then you've got a layer of houses, then you got another layer of houses, and then you've got your castle or main structure at the top. So I feel like you could have mixed it up more maybe, instead of giving it that layered look. Maybe just mix in some trees higher up, put some here. You do have the exact same version of a windmill too, copy pasted. If it were me, I would have rotated those or done something a little different on each one of those. Ooh, but let me look at this big building over here, because I didn't get a close look at it yet. It does look really nice and has some nice details. See, I like this texturing here. This texturing is good, and good use of the birch block. The birch block is a wonderful block to use. Oh, this looks really nice. Now you can't go inside. I don't think there's any interiors here, but yeah, I like these windows. I love this window design. Ooh, I like this railing design. Oh, look, there's a little drawbridge. I didn't even notice that. That's cute. I like that door design. That's really nice. And what do we have here? We have some dragons. That's cool. Actually, these are really, really good for this scale. That is so cute. I am curious though. It's a very nice dragon, and I see there's one over here too that's taking off. That's really cute. I like how you have the two different dragon models. Oh, and there's one up there too. I think that's the same as this one though. Let me just go see. Yeah, that looks like the exact same one. Um, I'm assuming these are real dragons, not just statues, because this one's taking off. So that just makes me wonder why they blend in with the buildings. Like if you're gonna have dragons, make them stand out, make them look unique. I mean, unless they're part of like the decoration and they're meant to look with like it goes with the architecture and stuff, then yeah, make them the same color. I'm just curious as to why you did that. They're really nice dragons though. Like I have to say, like for the scale, they're really, really, really well done because that's really difficult. And I like how you got the two-tone face look. That looks really good at that scale. I didn't really see much in the streets other than this cart, this hay cart here. I can fly through the streets real quick, but I didn't notice anything else going on. I'm kind of curious as to if there's a story behind why you have just a single cart and nothing else. Oh, there are a few items over here. And let me see, what else do we have? Oh, and there's a little marketplace down here. And let me take a look at this. So I don't think there's any interiors in any of these buildings, but we do get to see things like this little marketplace full of chests and all these little details, as many as you can get in 1.12. You know, there's not very many options. So this is a cute corner of the town. I really like this. And coming down here, oh, look, there's even more. I didn't even know it went down here. Oh, is there anything down there? Okay, maybe I really wish you had done more of this and throughout the whole town. It would have been more fun to walk around. Oh, that's such a cute well design. I like that. That's really nice. And look at these little planters. And ooh, what's down here? Is there anything down here? Nothing? Just a door. Okay. And we've got more planters. Yeah, I think all of these buildings though are blocked off. And oops, this is going to be a little glitchy. But there you go. And then you got some banners going across there, some decoration. Yeah, I'm really curious though why the lower levels seem to have more done on the streets, but the upper levels not so much. Maybe you just got tired of doing it, or maybe you really didn't have any, couldn't think of anything to put up there. But this is, ooh, statues. That's an interesting use of blocks and the combination of it for those statues. But that's a fun little thing to find. I did not know this was here. See, at first glance, when you see it from far away, you can't really see any of these things, mostly because most of those things are in that first level there, and it's all covered by the houses. So usually when I glance at this, you know, I expect to see something out in these exposed road areas, but since the road that has everything is covered by all the houses, yeah, you kind of miss all of these things. And let me see, is there anything over here? Just another well. Yeah, see all these tiny details, all the little lamps and things. That's the stuff that I want to get better at myself. I want to get better at doing interiors and structures, so this is good inspiration for me too, flying around this and seeing how other people do it. And oh, this is a cute little statue in the front. Let's get a closer look at that. Look at little tripwire hooks. I don't know if there's supposed to be water there or not. It looks like it's a dried up fountain or something. And yep, then you've got the front gate, which I didn't get a look at. I guess we should have looked at the front gate first. That's a really nice design. Ooh, look at those fancy handles on there. But yeah, I like all the little tiny details like that. Those are so well done. And I think there's a lighting glitch here, but we won't worry about that right now. There's actually more to this build than I originally thought, because when I first flew around it, I honestly didn't explore the streets that much and didn't see all of those tiny little things, but it seems like all that stuff is down there. And then I discovered the dragons, and that made me really happy. And then this building here, which looks really nice. I do think, though, for all of your buildings, In general, I think if you added more gradients and texture, this is something I need to work on myself too. When I do buildings and structure, I'm not the best at doing it, but I know that it would look better even if you just did it in the roof. It would look a lot better because it would help separate all the individual buildings so they don't all just blend together as much. I did think it was interesting that all of the buildings had different colors because when I'm back here, all I see is, I see the sandstone. I see the yellow sandstone and the red sandstone, and those are the two main colors that you see. But then going closer, you realize that the buildings each have individual colors. I wonder if there's a way that we could have gotten those colors to pop more so that you could actually see all the different colors, but who knows? It is neat that you did that though. Oh, look, it's a little clock tower. And is this supposed to be, what's up here? What is this? Follow Super, guys, on Twitter and Planet Minecraft. There's the sign. Oh, one more thing that I just noticed that I didn't really mention before is the ground. I think it's so cool how you did that water/fog effect with the ground and the glass. It looks really nice, and it does create a nice effect for that ground, and it looks a lot better than blue water would look. I don't know if it's supposed to look like water or if it's supposed to look like fog, but either way, I really like that white glass effect that you have going around the edges. And here's a look at it with some shaders. I have the Chocopic shader turned on right now. It has some really nice fog effects going around the whole thing. And I can tell, this build does look really good for a render or just for screenshots. Great things to post and show off. I'm just gonna fly around a bit and explore this. Oh, I didn't notice this wooden path that comes around here. That's really interesting. And I think it just stops there, or does it go any further? That would have been cool if you had little pathways going up the side, more pathways going up the side of the mountain, not just that, like staircases, rickety staircases, like have old abandoned parts of the city versus it all looking the same. And that, again, that's not a critique there. That was just a random idea I just had. Not that it's any worse or better without it. I think I've covered all of my thoughts on this build. I really do like it. And I enjoyed seeing it up close in person and getting to explore those details that would otherwise be missed. If you would like to see this build for yourself, I'll leave a link in the description where you can actually download it. I believe the version it was built in is 1.12, and it might be best to open it in that version just because I tried opening it in newer versions and it wasn't working for me. But it may work for you, who knows. That's it for this review. I look forward to doing more of these maybe. And I will see you in another video. Bye!